Have you ever wanted to do anything like ridiculous, like extravagant to write a song? Have you ever wanted to like go to, I mean, you remember that time you went out to that cabin?
Yeah.
So, okay,
yeah.
for example, like let's say you rent a cabin for like a month and you just isolate yourself in this beautiful place and your goal is to write an album. Or do you think that that setting the expectation for yourself and setting the goal for yourself as an artist makes things harder for you to like create?
You know, I completely forgot about the cabin, because the cabin was a very integral part of this album. And for the listeners out there, in 2020, I was trying to like concentrate on my mental health. And then after I tried to figure something out, I figured I needed to isolate. So I rented this cabin and I was like, I'm going to finish my album here. And I brought a guitar and stuff, but I mostly just ended up chilling out there. But just being out there was really nice to like work out everything in my head. And I feel like people should try to allow themselves a lot more to just kind of separate yourself from society and everything going around and just kind of work out what's going on in your head. But yeah, I had went out to this cabin and started just jamming and kind of putting the framework of the track listing together. And then I ended up recording the rest of the album, and it got out there. But yeah, I haven't really tried any other methods. I think there was one time we went out to a polo field that we supposedly thought was haunted. And I think we did record stuff there. And I miss those days to where
on a laptop speaker.
Yeah, I kind of would like to do stuff like that, to where you go to like some abandoned place or haunted area and record some music. That'd be cool to do. But I haven't really like done anything too crazy with the music. There's not like, you know.
I want to get back to what you were saying though about like isolation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's, and I could be generalizing here. In fact, I know I am generalizing here, but I feel like there is a few different states of mind you can be in. You can be in the focused state of mind where you're just focused on getting things done. You're productive. Your goals are just to do, like you have a to-do list, you're doing them, you're disciplined. And then you have like the complete opposite end of that, which is where you kind of step back away from that and let yourself kind of fall into like a bit of chaos and just sort of like let your creative side kind of come out. And me personally, when I am on the disciplined focus side of that spectrum, I want to be connected on social media. I want to be social. I want to be talking to people. I want to be constantly engaged.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the other side of that, I prefer to close myself off and sort of like just let the thoughts be able to run through and just kind of come out on their own without me gating that in any way.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, like I'll prefer to keep one or two people close by during those times. And that kind of brings me to one of the things that happened while you were at that cabin, which is literally, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia, folks, at literally a hurricane, a full force, I think it was like a category 2 actual hurricane hit my house, completely ripped up these massive trees. It took all the power lines out of the ground, and I had no power for like 4 days. I mean, it was insane because it's not something you would expect in the middle of Georgia. I mean, yeah, maybe like a tropical storm, but come on.
It was pretty bad.
And so, yeah, I mean, like the whole drive, everywhere I went, all the street lights were out. I mean, it was bad. And so I hit you up, and it just so happened
that I had a cabin,
that you were pretty close to me. I think like within an hour drive. And you were at this cabin, and I was like, do you have internet and power? And you were like, yo, bro, come up. And at that time, I was actually working on something creative as well. So it was pretty cool that we got to go out there and do that.
Yeah.
And honestly,
yeah, it was
we
fun.
got to do that again.
Yeah.